like, you're too noisy. I'm like, I said, you don't have to be around me.
Friendship may actually go beyond just relating on a superficial basis.
There's the adage that says, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are.
There are some of us who are not very good at regular visit, but because they are friends,
you have to.
In order to maintain that friendship.
The emotional state of the parents is usually directly proportional to the emotional state of the children.
Hello viewers, welcome to our favorite family show right here on Equa Television, The Living Room. My name is Amaka Ocheke, and today we want to discuss something that is current and is going on. Valentine's Day is just around the corner and there's so much hype around it. I'm seeing people advertising goods, advertising services, arguments, banter going on the social media, whether it's the girls that should give the guys gifts or the guys should give the girls gifts. And what kind of gifts to give the guys. The guys don't want t-shirt and boxers anymore. They want cars, they want wristwatches, they want electronic gadgets that are of good quality. And it goes on, and we're like, what is all this about? And they say Valentine is the season of love. They're celebrating love. So today, we decided to discuss what really is this love. Let's understand love. What are we talking about? Because people are getting carried away. And maybe businesses are also pushing it so that
so that they can make money.
So you're already hearing comments at the back. So with me to discuss this is Reverend Jerry Farouk in the house. And you see, he has some Valentine colored things.
Oh my goodness.
You want to celebrate?
Yeah, this is IB Nambo. She's in the Valentine mood. You can see the hair. And my auntie, Professor Teresa Madu, auntie, welcome.
Thank you.
Like me and you, we are not yet in the Valentine mood.
I think we're outside the bracket.
So what is all this hype about Valentine? Uncle, you are the reverend. Because people are saying it used to be a religious holiday. I don't know whether that is true. So tell us something about all this Valentine and the love and all the associated things.
Well, we can't go into the long history of how Valentine came because, again, there are different versions of what the origin is. But we can go straight to the point of the origin of love. Let's leave the Valentine story to those who know better, and let us deal with the real issue. The Bible tells us that God is love, and that He first loved us. So it all starts with God. And when you say it all starts with God, we go back again to the beginning, when the world was just dark and without any form. And God said, let there be light. And there was light. So, God is love. God gave us life. God brought light into the world. And darkness disappeared. That means that what God wants for us first is that we'll have life. And the Bible says in John 1:12 that John 10:10, that Jesus came that we may have life and have it abundantly. So what God wants for us is abundant life, full and meaningful life. And that is also to be experienced in the light, in what is bright and beautiful. Not things that are done in the dark, things that are done behind the scenes, So God showed us that what we need to do is to make life meaningful for one another. And that is the greatest expression of love. God is the one who also demonstrated that when he sent his one and only Son and said, go into the world, take the sins of all mankind, so that they will now have life and have it abundantly. So God made the first great sacrifice of giving up all that he treasured for the sake of others, so that the rest of mankind can have life and have it abundantly. So we cannot understand love without understanding God, because God is love. God is the author of love. God is the sustainer of love. God is the one who has shown an example that cannot be beaten by giving his one and only Son as a sacrifice, so that all of us can have what none of us could have on our own.
This is a correct sermon. Uncle has given us. Thank you very much, Uncle. But so to understand love, especially for older people too, because I think older people too are also making this hype about this love and Valentine thing. Everybody's talking, but I want us to come from also looking at what is it about love? Why are people so excited about this seeming celebration of love? Because so far as I'm concerned, even as a follow-up to what Uncle has said, if God is not in it, it's not real love. But what's all the excitement about? What are people looking for? Young people especially, what are they looking for? You work with them, so what are they looking for?
Okay, if I want to add to what Uncle said, for me, love is sacrifice. And inside sacrifice, you find patience, you find all of those things. It's all sacrifice. But what these young people want is somebody to validate them, somebody to tell them they're important, somebody to see whether they're beautiful or they're not, somebody to tell them that they are there for them, they care about them. That's all they are looking. That's the yearning in their heart. And from what Uncle said, you can only get that completely, holistically from God. But most times we look away from God and we expect all of this from humans. We want a man or a woman to tell us we're beautiful. We want a man or a woman to tell us, oh, they like us, we're good, they are there for us, and then before you know it, they reduce it completely to something else, beyond just wanting to be there for you and all that. And they make you feel that it's what they tell you that you are, not exactly what God made you to be. So because when they get it from when they don't get it from home, they get it from outside. Whatever they use in coloring it, they don't see those things that they use in coloring. They only see what they told them that it is, and it is reduced to feelings. It's reduced to sensual feelings and all of that, and they just want somebody to compliment them and tell them how beautiful they are, how wonderful they are. That's all.
And she also work with young people.
But I'm looking at the commercial part, like you said. I think a lot of good things have been commercialized. When you look at Christmas, there's so much commercial things around Christmas, much more than the real meaning of Christmas. Valentine is the same. In fact, by January 15th, I had started seeing heart shapes on almost everything already. So I think there's too much commercial hype in it for selling of products and all of that. And now they are making it a one-day affair. Meanwhile, love is forever. Love is not a one-day thing. So I wish that we'll not pay attention to commercials.
I saw something on social media. They say some will start telling you now that love is forever, that they have loved you. Don't listen to them.
You see that? They have made it a one-day thing.
Don't listen to them, that they are trying to play tricks so that they don't spend money. Don't mind them.
So I think I don't know. The mainstream media has aided and abetted the theme about love, making it a one day. I even dare say some churches
Oh, yes.
have latched on it in order to get youths. They've also glamorized this one day thing. But love is not a one day thing. So it's not just about the commerce. It's not just about the feelings for one day. It's not just about the giving. I think, like Reverend Farouk said, we need to know that love is God. Love is beautiful, though, but I don't think it is the beautiful love of God that is
celebrated. No.
Okay, Auntie, since you even started talking about the commercial aspect, can you maybe elaborate more on what is it that people are gaining commercially by hyping this Valentine thing and all that? What is it?
You know, let me even talk about the telecom communication companies. Do you know that almost all ringtones now are things about love?
And they will tell you to subscribe to
So you
it.
see people are subscribing and changing
And
their
making money,
their
and they are
ringing
making
tones.
money,
It's
yeah.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
Gifts of cards and everything. Maybe the card that would be 10 naira. For Valentine, it will be 15 naira. There's a lot of commerce that goes into seasons. But I think one of the most celebrated seasons is Valentine, and it's just one day.
Okay, so
there's a
business
lot
people
of
are making money.
A
Yeah,
lot of
like
it.
people clothing, people making red things just for Valentine. And I'm like, why would you wear an outfit just for one day? You know, cakes, eateries. So some people tell you that they are going to give you Valentine discounts.
What is that?
Actually, did they
You will
really
come.
give the discount?
But no, this is big business. Take an average restaurant in Jos that is going to host maybe like let's even just say 100 couples on Valentine's Day. They will break even. They will more than break even. So
Yeah.
if they offer you a discount, but they have built the commercial
Yes.
into the final, you will say, normally we get this thing for 2,000 naira,
yeah.
but today is 1.8
1.5.
or today is 1.5. We've already made our money in terms of units, because the
Yes.
more units, the
The
lower
more
the
money,
cost to
yeah.
you. So there's a lot of commerce in many celebrations now.
Wow. Well, so people need to have that at the back of their minds when they are taking decisions about it. Okay, now love. Back to understanding love. Understanding love. Okay, for us, from the practical point of view, practically, how does it affect us? What's love? So what?
Love is all around us, as families. We love, spouses love themselves, fathers love their children, children love their parents, and then we love our siblings. We should love our neighbors. We should love people around us. Love is sacrifice, being able to give to people, being able to be there for people, being able to stand with people when they're in crisis. All of that is a show of love, even though what the young people are thinking of is a boy, uh, instead of somebody else. Maybe a boy should be there for you, or as a boy a girl should be there for you. But if you look at it in a whole, love is there every day with you. If you only look at it very well, you see that if your parents are taking good care of you, they can't be doing that without loving you. They are sacrificing time for you, they are sacrificing maybe money for you, they're giving what they should give. And when you also respond to your parents. You sacrifice maybe things that you should have done for yourself. You decide to do it for your parents. You are giving love. For me, I feel like love is there every day. It's just that we don't see it. We have given dog a particular clothing, and that's why we're looking for one particular love, which is the filial love, where it's involve a boy and a girl and all that.
Okay, but from what you are saying, love, and what Uncle has also said, like love is more an action word.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I remember in school, we were discussing this. I think it was Valentine discussion, and I asked the class, all this love people are talking about. One of my classmates, what do you mean by that? He said that love is a feeling that you feel that you have never felt before.
Wow.
And I'm like,
I don't
Come on.
understand.
so
Come
if you love somebody now and you have a new feeling, you say, love don't change now. Another love has come. I'm like, so you see, it's so different from what
Yeah.
God is calling love. They are basing it so much on feelings and attractions,
sexual.
eros,
Yes.
that you
Yeah.
alluded to. So for us as Christians, how is love practical? How do we practice love?
In the first place, let's separate the two words, because many people take infatuation
As love.
as love
Or lust.
or lust. Okay, that is not love.
Mm.
That is desire for something for yourself. It's a selfish expression. Love gives, but infatuation is trying to get. It's getting for yourself. Yeah, all for yourself. It's all about me. I want to gratify my desires. I want to satisfy, my sexual, desires. That is what the other understanding of love is. And that is not biblical. And that is not helpful. But like she said, in our relationship as people, there is the love for one another as siblings. There's the love of parents to children and children to parents. And then there's the love between spouses, where you have now said, okay, out of all these women, I have chosen Julie as the one I love and I want to live with forever. And that love is special in the sense that it is only her that I cherish in my heart as someone I love and I want to be with. Now, that doesn't mean that I cannot relate to other women, but not in that kind of intimate relationship anymore. Once I have a wife that I love, and once a wife has a husband that she loves, that again is another aspect of love. But in all of them, true love is the one that gives, and like she says, sacrifices, and you intend the best for the other. And we do that for our siblings, for our parents, for our children, but God has done it in such a superlative way that if we have God in our lives, then He gives us that part of Him to be able to do that to our siblings, to our wives and husbands, to our spouses, and to one another in the community. So selfishness is removed from the word love when you really do it as God wants it. Whatever you are doing so that the other person can benefit from it, can be blessed, can be, can feel that you have respected them, you have honored them, you have done something good to make them feel good. But when we do it with the motive of gaining something for our own selfishly, then the word
That's a
love
problem.
loses its meaning and now becomes lust or infatuation or, what Valentine now is promoting. And there's a lot of fornication and adultery goes on during Valentine in the name of love.
Of love.
And we as believers should uh, flip the coin and not allow that to get into us. And like one of you already said, love is forever. Love never ends. Love never ends. It doesn't get to a point where you say, okay, I don't love you anymore. It means you didn't love
You
them
didn't
before.
love the person in the first place.
Love never ends, and love is not a one-day affair, and love is not just a feeling. It goes beyond a feeling. It's a reaction. It's an action that is expressed in tangible form, and not just like when we were younger. They say, "Oh yeah, you saw this girl," and my heart went grrr. We had all this grrr when we were growing up. I was wondering.
And the
Yeah,
girl
so it is
doesn't
just
last.
something that as teenagers when we're growing up, when you touch a girl, then you feel like then you say that is love. That is not love. It's something that is happening in your physical body that needs the control of God. Otherwise, it becomes wild. You become like a dog. You can just go around, every female thing that you see around. So we have to clearly understand the meaning of the word, then we can understand it.
So how do we show love?
I think scripture tells us so many things on how to show love, and we start with the God kind of love, which is really the highest.
At least it's not the grrr one that
No,
I
it's
know.
not a good word.
This one is unconditional, steadfast, regardless of what or who you are. The love comes, and God says that is how we should love one another. But in spousal, between couples, I find that 1 Corinthians 13 is so applicable. I myself have had to memorize it from time to time. What is love? Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not rude. It does not rejoice at wrong. It's not happy when there's injustice. And what does love do? Love endures. It believes, always trusts, always believes the best about you. And when I find those things and I apply them and I pray them into my life, whether it's with spouse or children or even neighbors or co-workers, I begin to live love the way God wants. You can have a very cantankerous neighbor or co-worker, but we can always show them God's kind of love by being patient, by being kind. It doesn't mean that we're soaking up disrespect. No. But it just simply means that we're showing them the kind of love that only God can help us show them. Because if Jesus was here, would he love them the same way that we love them, This is how love is. And look, when you find people who are in love, what they have forgotten is that the thing that carries them through is not the yori feeling. It's the daily. It's the daily being kind
to each
being
other.
patient, being tolerant, being kind, not envying, not jealous, not giving fire for fire. Not giving fire for fire, Always hoping, always believing the best of the person. These are everyday things like we have said. But you can imagine if I think I like a girl and I believe that this is God's will for me, and I show her those characteristics. I'm kind, I'm patient, I'm not envious, I'm enduring, I believe the best of this person, the person begins to blossom.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And imagine that that person returns the same thing to you. This is the stuff that life is made of.
So, okay.
At least love should make the person you're loving better than what or who he is when you met the person. If love is just to take and milk the person dry and dump the person and go to the next victim that you claim to love, you know that what you're doing is not love. So if we want to talk about love between a boy and a girl, you know, a love that you have for a girl or a love that you have for a boy that takes what makes the you claim to love someone, and then few years after the person is gone, is you have taken out all that is making that person blossom. Like she said, somebody who is enjoying love should blossom. The person should be looking better. That when they see the person, they will say, somebody is showing love to this person. You just see it. But if the love that you claim to have for a person seem to destroy the person, reduce the person, like somebody was saying that some people are hunters and some people are gardeners. When a gardener takes loves flowers, he prunes the flowers. He makes the flower looks better. By the time you pass by the house of a proper gardener, you will love the environment. You want to be there. But do you know what a hunter does? A beautiful animal takes the animal, kills the animal, remove everything that makes the next time you see the animal is a carcass. You can't recognize the animal anymore. And that's the kind of love that is being spread around. That is why a boy can love a girl today, give it 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 year. He has fallen, okay, I don't know, they fall into
Out.
love,
So fall
and
in
then they
and fall
fall
out.
out of the love, and then he has found another girl that he now loves. That means he's just attracted to the girl. He's not loving her. He was attracted to this person, and then having been with her or him, somehow,
Lost
if
interest.
he has lost interest, maybe it was money that took the girl to the man. He was giving out money to her, so the love was. But the day the money goes down, the love
So
will die.
it's
Then he will look for another person who has money. Okay, for the boy, he has seen a beautiful girl, he's attracted to her, and then he goes close to her, and somehow he didn't maintain the beauty. The girl starts fading, he stops loving her, and then starts seeing another one who is attractive.
But it's
Now
not stop
that's
loving her based on what Uncle Jerry said. It stops
he
lusting.
starts
Yeah.
lusting,
Or the lust has been satisfied. He
Right.
moves on to the
Yes,
next one.
that is not what love is. Love should build the person you are in love with. Love should make the person look better. Love should help the person to aim high. Love should help the person. The love you are showing should help the person to do greater things, not just reduce the person, like that.
Okay, so for young people who may be watching now, is what this issue of love, is it important? Should they look for love? Should they wait for the love to come to them? What should they do? Because there's love, according to them, there's love in
In
the
the
air,
air. Yeah.
whatever that means. What's the Christian young person supposed to do? What would you advise? Should they look for it? Should they wait for it? Is it important to them? Do you really need love, or then just get on with your life without?
We're looking at you, but
Take
any of us
advantage.
can start.
Yeah.
Take advantage of the euphoria of saying, "Oh, this is love day and all of this." Take advantage of it and do something different. Do something different from what other people are doing. While some other boys will be looking for girls that they'll go to bed with, look for someone who you can do something to. You can bless in a way that their self-esteem will be built. They would see that you care. You are sharing something with them without expecting anything back from them. Then they now know that this is different from what I have seen other boys do at Valentine. They are just looking for something from me, but you are doing everything to give to me, and this doesn't have to be boy girl. It can be girl girl, boy boy. you know if you think doing this to a girl will make her think
Looking for
you are
something.
looking for something, then do it to a boy boy and girl girl. But you can also do it to a boy girl, and let her see that this is different. This is not the same as the lust that we've seen going around. And for those who are already close to each other, maybe youth in the church, uh, take again advantage of that. And I think there's a church I already know are having a special occasion to be together with one another and do something special as a group. That is shielding you from the hunters.
The other ones,
Yes,
the
from the
hunters.
hunters. Then garden refresh yourselves together in a neat and a decent way. That shields you from the scavengers that are looking for people to devour in a time like this. So take advantage of the situation and do something different, and shield one another from the attacks.
I will also add that just be yourself.
Right.
Don't try to be
What you are
everybody
not.
is saying.
Yeah, I think you need to say it because when young people are talking, they say, "Who is your Val?" There they have, and it's trickled down. It's not just older young people, but even down to primary school, secondary school. They are doing Valentine. They are looking for gifts to buy for each other to say, "I love you. I want you to be my girl." Like primary school children.
I had a case
Listen,
some years ago
They're-
of
they're-
a child in,
they're breathing it.
of a child in primary 3 who bought a Valentine gift, a frame, and a card, and with funny love message inside, and was wrapping it while I was taking the class, and because I was walking around and I saw it, so I picked it, and he was sending it. She addressed it to a child, another child in the class. Primary 3
Primary
children,
3.
yes, primary 3 children
should
should
be
be between
Between
8
8 and
and
9.
8
9.
and 9. Yeah.
You can imagine. Okay, she is a little big. I think she's about 10, and the boy she's addressing it to is about 11. And I was, I was
You're taken aback.
surprised. I was shocked. I read because I had to tear out this thing to read what was on the frame. I couldn't understand how she was thinking to that point of those things, and then what was on the card. And I was wondering, how did you get here? So the thing is, we maybe in the schools, the teachers should talk about this thing and talk about what love really means, and let these children know that it goes beyond just wanting to be a boyfriend or a girlfriend. It's those days that you wait till you are SS3 before you start thinking. But now in primary one,
Yeah,
two,
I
three,
hear.
children are
Wow.
already thinking of having
They
boyfriend
have,
and
they even fight
girlfriends.
each other.
They are
over
even
it.
fighting each other over boyfriend and girlfriend, because all is because no, they don't really understand what love is. So part of it during this val period, maybe schools could take time to teach what love actually means, so that these children will have an understanding. Maybe parents too should take time to tell their children what love really is.
I don't think it's
During-
maybe. It's surely
Yeah.
because I think
Surely,
raising of children is
Tell
primarily
But-
the parents' responsibility. Teachers help you, but
tell
it's not
the
their primary
children
responsibility.
what love is, so that these children know, so that when somebody is, like she said, there to be different, when somebody is bringing something that is not what you already know, you can say, no, I'm not part of this kind of love. I know the love that I have. First, the love of God, then the love of my parents, and then the love of my siblings. And then if I love you as my classmate, and that ends it, So that we don't be, and the truth is that the entertainment industry is not helping. The kinds of love they
portray,
show, they
yeah.
portray on our TV, on social media, it's more like, okay, you find a girl, the next day you kiss her, then you sleep with her. That's the way to show love. But let's begin to teach our young ones, teach our children, teach them in school, teach them at home that it goes beyond that. There's much to love than all that they are seeing around them.
And we'll always know whether this is true love or not true love. We'll always know. Because those same characteristics we talked about, when people genuinely love you, they genuinely look out for your welfare.
Yes.
They get your back.
Yes.
But if somebody is always asking and taking, those are telltale signs that is not love. Maybe it's a friendship, but it's not love.
Because that's the next thing I wanted to ask. That okay, when somebody walks up to you, young people say, "I love you." What should be your response? How do you know this is real love? How do you test that spirit of love?
I think that the way to test it is for the child, like I said, to have known what love is.
But even
To have been trained.
before we even start testing, I think there's an age where you shouldn't even be having that discussion.
Exactly. That's
That's
why
right.
you should
Yeah, we
train
shouldn't
the
even be having
children
that
to
discussion.
know what love is. When a child already knows what love is, if somebody is bringing something, you can say, "What is this? Please, I can't."
No, but to
I
be
can't
candid,
do that.
Ivy, there's that age between 12, 14, 15 where
Yeah.
even when you are a well-loved child, teenage infatuation,
Yeah.
you are
And
seeing
hormones are
hormones
raging.
Yeah.
you are seeing classmates having boyfriends, girlfriends. Except you have
Peer
your head
pressure.
correct on your head, you think that what they are doing is right.
That is why.
And then
we
they've
should teach.
even also kind of rebaptized the name. So if you don't want to, they are not doing boyfriend. Say it's their bestie.
Okay.
It's their bestie.
And I was thinking the besties is only same sex.
No, besties,
Opposite
boys.
sex. So they are now doing opposite
besties,
sex bestie.
Best friend
So,
with benefits.
so they don't want to call it boyfriend girl because you may be offended. This is my bestie. You now say, who is the bestie? You now say a girl is showing you one boy that is her best friend. How can a boy be your best friend? Or how can a girl be your best friend, for goodness sake?
It still goes back to the fact that we need to tell the children, we need to teach them, to let them know the right thing. Because if you don't know the right thing, you won't be able to detect it when somebody is presenting the wrong thing to you. Because if a child is brought up to know, I know the feelings are there, and that's why we should talk to them. The feelings will come. Let these children know that these feelings are going to come. It is not a sin to have them.
They are natural.
They are natural feelings. They will come, and you will be attracted to a boy. Tell your daughter, see, you will be attracted to a boy. You will be attracted to a girl. But this is what you should do. This is
don't
what
have
you
to
should
act
not
on it.
do. Yes, these are things that you should run away from. And, create a relationship where even if your daughter is attracted to a girl or a boy, he can tell you that I'm attracted to this boy, and then you talk about it, But when you block it and you tell your child, let me not see you with a boy, let me not see you, if your own training is to give warnings, so they will do it behind you. But when we teach, we train, we talk about it, tell them that the feelings will come. Because there was one book I bought for my daughter at 12. They said I should not keep but it's a Christian writer, I've forgotten the name. They say I should not keep a boyfriend. But what do I do with this raging feeling inside of me? So the feelings are there. What does she do with them?
We
So
had a cliche
we need
nowadays.
to tell
True love waits.
Yeah.
Yes.
So on this coming
Valentine.
if either sex is pushing you
Yeah.
and pressurizing you, remember,
True love
waits. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
and even in this our hyper days,
True
love
love
waits.
waits.
you know,
Yeah. Wait for the right time.
Yeah.
Uh,
do not,
Do not- do not
do not
jump the gun. Don't go
yes.
beyond. Don't put the cart before the horse.
Song
You
of
know,
Solomon,
wait
ba,
for
do
God's
not
own time, and you will get
awaken
your
love for
lover
Jesus' time,
that will
yes.
live with you forever and love you forever. But if you do this, cornstalk fire, it will just go. Right, it is done.
Please,
So
sir,
let us
You know.
give
repeat
them
that
tips
again.
for.
Cornstalk,
Let us
cornstalk.
give them
Cornstalk
tips for
fire.
Friday.
You set it on.
Let us
Tips
give
for
them tips for
Friday.
Friday.
Okay.
Don't go into lungus.
Yes.
Don't be.
Don't stay in secret with a boy. Don't
Don't
stay
stay
alone
in
with a
closed
girl.
doors. Come out
Yes.
in the open.
Yes.
Hold
Nothing
hands,
done secretly or in the dark,
hold
as
hands
Uncle
in the
said.
open. Let's see you.
Yes.
Yeah, and tell everybody where you're going.
Yes.
That's
Let your
right.
parents know where you're going. Don't sneak out of the house secretly. Nobody knows
Nobody
where you're
knows.
going.
Yeah.
And I think we'll have the Spirit of God. We're hopefully talking to Christians.
Yeah.
Anywhere that you know we not honor God,
Don't
be
go
there.
there.
Don't be there.
Don't go
don't,
there.
don't go there. Even
There
if
are
they call
some.
you a local
It might
girl.
even be a, but there are some birthday parties you don't attend because, like people say, if a person say he wants to give you a dress, look at the dress that he or she is wearing. So when somebody is inviting you for a party, who is this person that is inviting you? It might even just be birthday party because some girls have been drugged at birthday party and taken
So now
advantage of.
what
So-
some young people have told me at some birthday parties, they like maybe they may prepare something like punch. It looks like it's non-alcohol, but
Yes.
they've drugged it.
Yes,
They put
that's the point.
marijuana and
Yes,
some other
and
drugs in it,
things, yeah.
and then when you drink,
You are
you,
gone,
you,
yes.
you pass out. Then even the food they cook. They
Cakes.
put marijuana in
Cakes.
in rice, in
cakes,
beans, in the
yes.
cakes, in cookies. So it's drugs are everywhere.
Yeah.
So you may go and eat thinking that you are having fun.
Bad day.
Because someone told me that she even at a function that she went with a friend of hers for a birthday, and then her friend suddenly whispered to her, "Don't eat anything here.
Yeah.
Don't eat anything here." She says, "Why?" She says, "Wait, when we get home, I will tell you. Don't eat and don't drink anything. Don't touch anything. Anything they give you, say no." So the friend says, when they now got home, she asked, "Why did you say that?" The friend said she tried to enter the kitchen. You know, when she was trying to go use the toilet, she wanted to enter to see what they were doing. Everybody blocked her and refused to let her enter the kitchen. And that the people she saw there, she was not comfortable. Who were what were they doing in the kitchen? Even guys were in the kitchen. What were they doing there? So they found out later that truly they drugged everything. They had drugs in it, both the drinks, the food. So of course, when you drink or you eat, you pass out.
You pass
Anything happens to
Happened
you
to you, yeah.
that you can't account for. Another younger colleague told me at work that a friend of his, a female, she went out with some friends somewhere, but she was sensible enough to realize that she had just consumed something that was making her about to
Drowsy.
pass out. She was about losing herself. She said she just called him. Said, "Please come and carry me. I don't know what they gave me here. I don't know what they gave me here." So he said he drove to the place. Like by the time he got there, she was down and out. He physically lifted her, carried her out of the place. And the guys there were very angry with him. That why did he come? Why did he come to spoil things for them and all that and all
Yeah,
that?
they were going to
You know,
take
so
advantage
she was
of
down
her.
and out. So he said, I lifted her, took her to the car, and took her home.
Thank God she had the common sense.
It
Yeah.
will
To
call,
call earlier.
yes, yeah. These things are everywhere. So that's why be careful the kind of parties you go to in this season.
Yeah.
The kinds of party you go to, the kinds of outing you go to, the kinds of travels you make. Your friend just tells you that you should come and meet
Go to
them in
Abuja,
Lagos.
you enter a
You
vehicle
just
and
enter
go
a
down.
Jump
vehicle.
into the
I will
car.
pay for your transport. We're having an okay. Just be careful what you do. Be careful where you go to in the name of love. Even if it is somebody you think that you are loving and is loving you, and he's suddenly inviting you for something that you cannot explain, be careful so that you don't enter into trouble. Some people have been killed, some girls
Oh,
have
yes.
been raped,
Yeah.
and it's all because of places they went to. And like you said, you are leaving the house and you don't have the decency to tell the people in your house where you are
Where
going
you're
to. You know this attitude of where are you going to? I'm going somewhere. It's not somewhere. This somewhere has a name.
Yeah, who
Where
going to
are
meet
you
up with?
going? Who are you going to meet up with? How long are you staying there? Let us know. You know, sometimes you feel like, oh, they are prying into your private life.
That is
It
private
is because they are concerned
Stand.
In fact, these parents who are prying are the ones that really
Love
love
you.
you. Those ones that you think love you outside, they don't. They are looking for a way to take advantage of you.
I think some time ago, in church they sent somebody for me to counsel, and she had been raped. And what happened? She went to visit her friend. Dinah people. She went to visit her friend. She went with her to her friend's house. Then she said suddenly she noticed her friend said she just left the room, and her brother locked the door and raped her.
See?
So what I learned from that is also choose your friends carefully.
Wisely.
Choose your friends carefully, because this love, if somebody really loves you and he cares for you, he will look out, or
He will
he
not
or
arrange
she
you
will
for her
thank you for her
brother
brother.
or
He will look out for
sister.
the best for you. And anybody who could do that, I don't know
It's
how
not
you.
a friend.
It's
Not
not
a
your
friend.
friend.
Yeah.
It's not your friend.
Yeah.
So I think young people, let's choose our friends.
Wisely.
Well, all of
Wisely.
us, not just young people.
All of us,
Everybody,
that's
Yeah.
true.
we should choose our friends wisely and carefully, so that there are people who have the same value systems with us. And so anybody who is not looking out for our welfare does not love us,
At
no
all.
matter how nice. Because the girl said the
Words can
problem
be
is that the boys talk very nicely.
Yeah. Yeah.
They talk very nicely. Like a colleague of mine said, he was advising a girl that, look, this guy you are hanging out with he only spells trouble. And she says, I like what he says. I like what he's telling me.
That's
They
the
sound
thing,
very
yeah.
nice. So girls too, please don't be carried away with
Okay,
what they are saying.
you know, we were talking
Yeah.
about hunters and gardeners.
Yeah.
Look at the gardener. He doesn't spare the flower. He cuts it. He prunes it. He's more like beats it. But at the end of the day, look at what the flower.
Yeah, that's
What does the hunter do? He baits the animal. He makes them feel good. He
Yeah.
makes them dance
the
to
trap.
him.
Enter
Once
the
they
trap.
enter the trap, they are
They
gone.
are gone.
So that's how friends are. There are the hunters and there are the gardeners. So choose your friends wisely. Be wise. In these days and time, you have to be extra wise. A friend, this issue we were saying, there was a case like that in the place where I live. The friend brought her. This one is not even her brother. Brought her to the house, and then she went in. And when she was sitting inside the room, the friend just said, "I'm coming." Then she went out. Thank God there are other houses very
Around.
close. So as the friend went out, no, barely 5 minutes after the friend went out, he just saw a young man came in. So he was telling the young man that, my friend has gone out. He said, it's not your friend I came to see. He said, see me for what? He wanted, if you lock that door, everybody in this neighborhood will hear us. She started screaming immediately. The man ran out, and then boys in the area picked him up. What were you trying to do to the girl? You see, so a
That means
lot
the
of
friend
girls,
had set her up.
He did.
yes, a
He
lot
did.
of girls have set up their friends like that. So even when your friend is saying, let us go out, even if it's a friend you trust, when your friend say, I'm coming, you must stand up and follow. Where is she coming to? She's the one that brought you to the house. Why is she suddenly coming to somewhere or going? And when your friends are offering you things, be careful. Some of us, we do as if we have never seen food before. You know, one lady in the
Those are all
university said
baits.
she went to a birthday, and then they were sharing zobo. When she saw it, it was as if she has never drank zobo before. So she collected it. Her roommate just jacked the zobo from her hand and told her that, what is wrong with you? Do you want to drink this zobo? And took it away. That she was very angry. She got up and went out. The friend followed her and said, let's go back to the hostel. She was vexing, going, and when she got to the hostel, the friend said, don't worry, see the zobo, drink it in the hostel. That she drank it. She was sleeping for more than 24 hours.
Oh.
That when she woke up, she was still there. She was telling her friend, what happened to me? See this zobo, that zobo, what did I eat since about 24 hours ago? It was just that zobo. And I said, that's why I didn't want you to drink it there. You thought that I was being bad to you. Now you have drank it here. You see what it did to you? It would have done that to you there. And only God knows
Yes,
what would have happened to you.
These are dangerous things.
Yes,
So
you should be careful.
if they've laced drinks like that means they have
Ulterior
all have
motive,
ulterior
of
motives what they
course,
want to
Definitely.
do
of
to you.
course,
To anybody who
of course,
who-
of course.
Definitely.
It's a plan, actually. They plan it.
But let us ask you, like Reverend said earlier, let us go out and do good. Instead of saying it must be boyfriend, why don't we sacrifice and take to an orphanage home? Why don't we visit elderly people who
Show
are
people
shut
what
in?
true love
True
is.
love
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So elderly people actually appreciate a visit.
Yeah,
That's
So
true.
let's use that day and do the opposite of what
Of
is
what
happening.
is happening.
And
So-
God will be happy with
I like
us.
that visiting elderly
Yeah,
people.
that's
So you can
true.
come and visit me.
Yeah, visit an elderly person. Ask them what you can do for them.
Clean the
Clean
house,
the house,
for them,
wash
make a
their
meal.
clothes,
for
make a
them,
meal.
yeah.
You
No,
know,
me, you don't even
yeah.
need to. Just come.
Just
Let's
come and just do it.
gist,
I
yeah.
Understand.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Just need company.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
qualify for elderly. What do you want
What
Reverend
do you
to
want me
say?
to do?
Anyway, just saying. In case you don't have people to visit, you can visit me. I'm good. Okay, last words before we leave this place. To people who are seeking love, who are trying to understand what real love. I think we've explained. Anybody who really wants to know what love is, I think we've really trashed it to explain what real love is, not what the streets are giving us in the name of love. So last words.
Let charity start from home. Let love begin from home. Show your parents that love.
Yeah, my parents show the children too.
Okay.
Let me advocate for them.
Just to re-echo what she says, true love wins.
Love is more of giving than taking. Please give it.
So give love, don't wait to give. So viewers, thank you so much for sticking with us. Stay with us till the very end. I hope you found the discussion enlightening. We don't want to hear again that somebody didn't know what love was. And this Valentine period that anybody deceived you. Please shine your eyes very well. We have the Holy Spirit who leads us to all truths, who shows us things. So please be sensitive. Listen to the Spirit of God as He's leading you. As we've said, don't go to certain places. Don't be found in certain places. Don't set yourself up for trouble during this season. Love is not just one day. Love is always. And Jesus has shown us the standard for love. Anything less than Jesus' standard, don't go there.
Not love.
So thank you so much, Auntie Tess, the IB, the Rev. God bless you. And
Bye-bye.
viewers,
Bye.
bye. Till we come your way
Oh.
again next week, same time.
Enjoy your Valentine the right way.